is a lot of energy in this building here tonight.
Hey there, champs. Welcome to Pro Wrestle Insider, your WWE update station. Hit that bell, and let's step into the ring. The WWE Universe was left buzzing after Clash in Paris delivered one of the most dramatic storyline twists in recent history, centered around Roman Reigns, a man who has stood atop WWE for years as the tribal chief and dominant force of the modern era, when a shocking scripted attack was executed with such precision and intensity that fans everywhere were left stunned, questioning what would come next and how this moment would reshape the landscape of WWE storytelling for months to follow. The shockwave that hit the arena. When the segment aired, the atmosphere inside the arena shifted instantly as performers and officials rushed into the scene, creating a sense of urgency that blurred the line between fiction and reality. And for the first time in a long while, the character of Roman Reigns appeared vulnerable, his aura of invincibility shaken in a way that left fans emotional and invested in the unfolding drama. Triple H addresses the WWE Universe. Shortly after the dramatic attack concluded, Triple H stepped onto the stage to cut a powerful, emotionally charged promo, acknowledging the storyline's seriousness and emphasizing that Roman Reigns would be out of action for a time within the narrative, creating an immediate sense of gravity that signaled to fans that this was not a minor incident, but the foundation for a major arc. The rise of the new faction. Behind the scenes of the script, a rising faction of ambitious superstars was revealed as the orchestrators of the attack, positioning themselves as a formidable threat with a bold mission to dismantle the tribal chief's empire and seize control of WWE's future, adding layers of tension and excitement as new rivalries began to spark. The storyline injuries explained. Within the fictional narrative, Roman Reigns was said to have suffered storyline injuries to his ribs, shoulder, and neck, a dramatic choice by WWE Creative to justify his temporary absence and enhance the emotional weight of the Paris attack, giving fans a reason to root for his eventual return and comeback journey. What fans saw versus what was scripted backstage. The broadcast only showed a portion of the chaos, but through commentary, backstage interviews, and social media updates, WWE expanded the story by revealing how vicious and coordinated the attack was meant to appear, describing it as something that even the tribal chief could not have anticipated, heightening the overall impact. The strategy behind Triple H's promo. Triple H's announcement served not only to advance the storyline, but also to control the emotional narrative, reassuring fans that this was part of a larger arc while emphasizing Roman's resilience and leadership within the WWE Universe, thereby framing the situation as a turning point that would lead to something bigger and more profound. The locker room reacts. In storyline terms, reactions backstage were mixed, with veteran performers expressing outrage and concern, while younger talent saw the incident as a shift in power dynamics, creating tension and speculation about who might align with Roman Reigns upon his return, and who might side with the new faction aiming to rewrite the company's hierarchy. Creative plans. A long-term arc. WWE Creative quickly began weaving a long-term narrative filled with themes of resilience, vengeance, leadership, and the battle for dominance, setting the stage for Roman Reigns to eventually make a grand comeback in a way that would elevate both himself and the rising stars who carried out the Paris attack. The WWE Universe erupts online following Triple H's statement. Social media platforms exploded with reactions, fan theories, predictions, and emotional tributes to Roman Reigns, with clips of the Paris attack trending worldwide and fans expressing everything from shock to excitement, proving the storyline had struck a nerve and captured global attention. The attacking faction steps into the spotlight. The group behind the attack embraced their new roles in the narrative immediately, cutting promos filled with confidence and ambition, establishing themselves as legitimate threats capable of taking down even the biggest star in WWE, and making it clear that they intended to reshape the company in their own image. Roman Reigns begins his scripted journey. Back within the storyline, Roman Reigns was portrayed as undergoing intense physical preparation and mental focus during his absence, determined to reclaim his position and regain control of the WWE landscape, giving fans glimpses of his resilience through vignettes, interviews, and teasers that hinted at the fire driving his eventual return. A storyline rooted in emotion and psychology. This arc was built not only on physical conflict, but also on psychological warfare, with the attackers taunting Reigns through promos while the tribal chief was shown channeling frustration, strategy, and determination into his recovery, creating an emotional depth that fans connected with on a personal level. The locker room divides into new alliances. As the weeks progressed, WWE began subtly showing shifts within the roster, with certain superstars aligning themselves with Roman Reigns' legacy, while others leaned toward the rising faction, creating a dynamic environment full of potential betrayals, unexpected alliances, and multi-layered storytelling. Teasers of the tribal chief's return, WWE strategically released brief, powerful glimpses of Roman Reigns, shots of training sessions, intense stares, and symbolic visuals, each carefully timed to keep fans on edge, eager for the moment he would finally reappear and confront the men who attempted to dethrone him in Paris. The faction grows bolder. Week after week, the new faction's confidence escalated as they cut increasingly bold promos, interfered in matches, and declared themselves the future of WWE, further escalating the stakes and setting themselves up for monumental clashes once Roman Reigns eventually returned to reclaim his kingdom. Building toward the ultimate showdown. Insiders hinted at a carefully orchestrated build-up toward a massive confrontation that would see Roman Reigns face the attackers in a high-stakes, emotionally charged battle, with every promo and backstage segment leading up to that moment crafted to maximize suspense and anticipation. WWE uses fan reaction to shape the story. Executives paid close attention to fan discussions online, adjusting pacing, character moments, and promo content to maintain engagement, creating a rare two-way relationship between the audience and the storyline that kept the Paris attack arc constantly evolving. Triple H sets the tone for what's coming. In the storyline's foundation, Triple H's dramatic announcement was more than a plot device. It became the emotional anchor for a months-long journey centered on adversity, strength, unity, and the eventual redemption of Roman Reigns, adding a level of gravitas rarely seen in modern WWE storytelling. A new era of drama and suspense begins. With Roman Reigns temporarily sidelined in the storyline and a hungry faction rising rapidly in his absence, WWE entered a new era defined by psychological tension, high-stakes confrontations, and an overarching narrative that promised to culminate in one of the most powerful return arcs the company has produced in years. The road to redemption for the tribal chief. As the Paris attack storyline continues to unfold, fans are witnessing a layered journey filled with struggle, resilience, and anticipation. And when Roman Reigns finally makes his triumphant return, the moment will carry the emotional weight of everything he has endured, setting the stage for an unforgettable confrontation that will redefine the legacy of the tribal chief and elevate WWE storytelling to new heights.